welcome
to New Entry Wrestling Podcast, baby. Welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Sexy Ian, with my co-host, Ever. What it do, baby?
Hey Ian, hey listen out there, how you guys doing today?
This is the part you
Oh,
let
yeah.
the listener know about our merch. Come on, Ever.
Yeah. Hey, all right.
Jeez.
All right, listeners, before we start, please check out our merch store on teespring.com. Search for New Entry Wrestling Podcast. We got some pretty cool shirts. We got some face masks and posters and more. Also follow us on our Instagram at New Entry Wrestling Pod and also our YouTube channel. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and also please don't forget to like and subscribe, baby. But all right, Ever, let's get into business. We're gonna do this interview. Shirts on or off?
On.
All right, fine, whatever. Well, sorry, I gotta clear my throat. Geez, swallowed some nuts earlier. I'm allergic to nuts. So, but anyways, Hard to Kill, Ever.
Yeah.
Pretty decent show. Matches was really good. Before we get into all that, you want to go ahead and read us the results that took place at Impact's Hard to Kill.
Actually, it's very fitting, the name. Like, Impact has been hard to kill, for real. It's like that. It's a good name for a pay-per-view because it's like literally the company.
And that pay-per-view has been around for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
And the company, obviously, because they rebranded, and sometimes you got to do that to evolve, or sometimes just to like start fresh. But yeah, TNA Impact Wrestling has been going on since 2002.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's begin. So the first match. Well, that was a match before that, but whatever. It was like
a kickoff show, the pre-show.
Yeah. It was Madman Fulton versus Jake something. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's his name, Jake something. That's literally his name, Jake something.
Yeah, like,
hey, that guy looks like $1 million.
Yeah. You gotta use him properly, right? And stuff. So he could go ahead and become one of the big dogs.
Yeah. The only thing is that's the only problem. He's just like a big guy. He doesn't really have a gimmick.
No, he's just like, I'm big. I'm a big, strong guy.
And that's where they already have W. Morrissey, right?
Morrissey, yeah.
Morrissey. But
that's why he's on a pre-show.
True.
But yeah, I heard he's pretty good. So the first match that started off was an X Division match. It's Mike Speedball Bailey, and he's a debut.
Oh no, that's still part of the pre-show.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mike Bailey, man, dude, I love him.
Yeah,
I used to watch his matches back. I forgot what the other company was, but I also watched them. PW? No, I don't know. I know PW. Culture? Yes, that too. But there was another one. PWG. Oh, Define. There you go. Yes, Define. I also watched them in PWG too.
Oh, okay. He beat Chris Bay, Ace Austin, and Laredo Kid in his debut match. Also, they showed the Knockout Ultimate X match. So first one ever.
The first ever women's Ultimate X.
Yeah. It was Tasha Steelz, Lady Frost, Alicia Edwards, Jordan Grace, Chelsea Green, and Rosemary.
Nice.
It was a good lineup.
Yeah, that's a good lineup too. Yeah. How many women are there?
Six.
Six
of them. Okay. 6-woman match. Tasha Steelz went out to victory. I mean, is this for like a future championship match?
Yeah, right? For a future knockouts title match.
Okay. Are you surprised that Tasha Steelz won? Because I thought it would be like
Rosemary
or something, or Chelsea.
I don't want to say I'm surprised. I'm more of I'm glad that she won.
Yeah,
because she's gonna get a future knockouts title. So I guess you could say I'm a little surprised.
Yeah.
I didn't really thought of who would have. I really thought, what's her name? Oh my gosh.
Rosemary?
No, Chelsea Green.
Oh, Chelsea Green.
I would have voted. Technically I did voted for her to win it. Just
Oh,
because
wow.
I just figured, um just to have another run as the Knockouts champion. So, and then with everything that's going on with her husband, because they just got married, right?
Yeah, they just got married recently. Yeah.
So, and he's in the world title picture. So I was like, that's why I was like picking her. But I'm glad that Steele's won, and hopefully she gets a future Knockouts title run. Not soon, because obviously we'll get into it later. Mickie James, she's doing pretty well as knockout champion.
Yeah.
So I do want her to like hold on, like wait a little bit until she cashes. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's like, hey, you're literally next in line, or basically, kind of like a money in the bank briefcase where it's like or something similar to where it's like you decide when you want the title shot.
Yeah. Oh,
So
nice.
I'm hoping it's that way. So that way it's like, okay, there's no rush into it, and hopefully she could beat Mickie James for the title.
Yeah.
So
You know what I was surprised about? That wasn't Kira Hogan like the better partner of that tag team? Like, what is it? Fire and Steel, or what is it? Steel and
fire and flavor.
yeah, Fire and Flavor. Yeah.
I wouldn't say better. Obviously, if we're gonna talk about looks and that booty, then yes, Kiera Hogan takes the win for that.
Yeah, but I thought like she was a bigger star, so she left. And what is she doing? And Tasha Steelz is like next in line if she wants to be, women's champion or knockout champion. It's kind of
Um,
like wow, you left. She could have been in this match.
I mean, she left for other to perform in bigger arenas.
Yeah,
So obviously she had her purpose, but obviously sometimes the grass is not greener in the other side. Is that how it goes?
yeah. The grass is not green on the other side. Yeah,
So she thought it was, but it's not. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure she's getting paid pretty well just to sit in
yeah.
the locker rooms.
True. Or once the contract is up, she's
Yeah.
out. Nice. Yeah, but that was a good match. Yeah, it was a great match, right?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Especially the first X Division women's match.
Yeah. It wasn't too. It's like, what were you expecting? I got what I expected. I wasn't expecting like if it was like not all of them are like high flyers.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, let's go on to the next match.
Yeah, the next match was for the X Division Championship. Trey Miguel versus Steve Macklin.
Who won that match?
Trey Miguel
Trey
retained.
Miguel. Trey
Yeah.
Miguel's been doing pretty well. I love his entrance.
Yeah.
Does the whole spray paint on the, what is that, the big TV screen? What the hell are they called again? The Tridents. Oh my gosh.
Titron?
Yeah, is that what it's called? Tridentron?
Yeah. Yeah.
He does the whole like spray graffiti on the wall. Um, but what's it called? Why am I throwing a blank? Trey Miguel was he was having issues beating, what's his name?
Uh
Steve Macklin.
Macklin, yeah. This is like
Steve
he's the one I
Macklin.
versed. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good wrestler. And Steve Macklin, if he would have lost this match, which he did, he's no longer to challenge Miguel for another X Division title match, as long as he's champion, because he kept. I think this was like his third or fourth time getting a opportunity to face him for the title, And
Wow.
I think 2 of the times it was like triple threat matches, and he just like never got the pinfall.
Wow.
So basically that's how like the whole feud started, where it's like you can't beat me. You won matches over me, but you never really got the 1, 2, 3. And Trey Miguel got the 1, 2, 3 for this match.
Yeah.
So next match. This one,
Um,
I'm surprised. Go ahead.
is it the same one? Jonathan Grisham
Yeah.
versus Chris Sabin for the Ring of Honor Championship.
In a pre rules match.
Wow.
First time ever that match even takes place in Ring of Impact Wrestling, and the first time the Ring of Honor World Championship has been defended in Impact Wrestling, or I think this is the first time it's ever been defended on another platform. No,
No, it's been defended
on
in.
television and pay-per-view. I seen the Ring of Honor title being defended in other indie shows, like, and also like on YouTube and stuff like that. But like on television and on pay-per-view, you had like this would be the first, right?
Yeah, but would you consider? Because I still consider Bandito champion. It's like it's gonna be undisputed eventually. It's gonna be a match between Bandito and
Yeah,
Grisham.
probably gonna
But
happen
Grish,
in April.
yeah, but Bandito defended it in AAA. I think.
Did he?
I think so. But it's because they're both champions, and so it's not like I don't know who's right now is the interim champion. So who's the interim champion? Well,
I
it's
would say
Grisham.
Jonathan, because
He
well,
bought he.
did they ever did they announce that they were gonna release the title from Bandito?
No, he's still champion. Like he still defended it at some indie shows. So Bandito when he wrestles, well, he had COVID, so um, when he came back, he was defending the Ring of Honor title at indie shows. So it's kind of like they're both defending it at indie shows, and
No, it says yeah, he was vacated the title. I'm
oh,
pretty
he
well,
vacated.
yeah, so he's not champion. So he probably still has the title, obviously,
Yeah,
that nice one.
yeah,
But Jonathan has the old school Ring of Honor.
yeah.
So
That's why I noticed that. I'm like, wait, this how looks old. Why is it like so old? They
yeah,
didn't update it. But then I'm
that's the
like,
OG.
wow,
That's the
they just
OG.
they
That's the
probably
one
just
that
got it from the
Samoa Joe,
office. Like, here you
possibly.
go.
Hell yeah.
Wow,
But
but that's a pretty good match, especially Saban. He's been wrestling everybody, dude.
Saban could go, but out of but Alex Shelley, in my personal opinion, Alex Shelley is the more better technical wrestler.
Yeah.
Nothing against just Chris Sabin. I do enjoy his work, but me personally, just a little bit. Alex Shelley is a little bit better. So, what's the next match?
The next match is Josh Alexander versus Jonah, formerly known as Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed. Um, who won that match? And Josh Alexander
By submission.
by submission.
Yeah, so
So
it's
I'm
kind of like
assuming the ankle lock, because I
I
only
think
watch parts of this show.
yeah, that's by ankle lock. But are you surprised that Jonah lost already? Because he's kind of like, oh, I left. I got released by WWE and I'm coming here to be a beast.
Mm, no, because Josh Alexander has been getting his ass beat by Jonah.
Oh, it's like a revenge thing now. It's like yeah, because
Yeah.
it's been like a
And they
rivalry.
wrestle from what it looks like, it says they wrestle for almost 18 minutes.
Wow.
So clearly it was like a good back and forth.
Yeah, but Josh
But
Alexander's a beast.
now let's go ahead and get to the top 3. Last 3.
Yeah,
Which is like the most craziest ones.
yeah. Hardcore War, the Good Brothers, and Violent by Design versus Heath's Rhino, um, Edwards, Swan, and Willie Mack.
Fun fact,
Mm.
Eddie Edwards is 3-0 at Hard to Kill.
Wow.
So pretty impressive.
Yeah, he is. Wow.
Not only to the parts that I did see, they went crazy and all that in the hardcore wars match, but it's what happened after the match was crazy. Ring of Honor wrestlers showed up. We had the original Kingdom, Matt Taven, and does he go by Michael or Mike Bennett?
Mike Bennett and Vincent too.
Vincent.
And then Maria Kanellis Bennett, and then PCO.
Wasn't there somebody else?
That's only those guys. PCO, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, Vincent, and Maria Kanellis.
I don't know. I felt like there was more.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Somebody named that that female Roxy.
Yeah, Roxy.
Apparently she showed up. Is that true?
She showed up during the Mickie James and Deonna Purrazzo match.
Oh, okay. See, I gotta watch the replay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the replay. I love how we're talking about this and we barely watched it.
Yeah, but I mean, but what do you think?
Anyways, there's a reason why. So all right, let's go ahead. Let's continue. Let's go ahead.
For the Impact World Championship, it was Moose, the champion, Wes Morrissey, and Matt Cardona in the championship match.
Moose got the W for that one, and retained his Impact World Champion. It's crazy how these two are former WWE mid cards, and now they're in the world title picture. Matt Cardona, he made his debut at Hard to Kill 2001, and a year later now he's like in the main event.
2001
2021, my bad.
Like what? Like what? I know.
2021.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Are we in
2022
already?
Yeah.
But hey, so I called it, obviously not on the episode, but Mickie James versus Deonna Purrazzo, Texas Death Match for the Impact Women's title. I personally felt like this should be the main event because the story has been going on since October, a little bit longer than that, probably like July or September.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. If you really want to think about it, since Slammiversary of last year, when Mickie James invited her to Deonna to what was it, the all women's MWA Empowered. So basically, it started in Slammiversary. So what was that, June or July?
Yeah.
And so it's been a long feud, a long storyline. It got very personal as well, and so for the first time ever, Mickie James main evented a pay-per-view, and the first time ever, the women's knockouts, Impact Women's Knockout, has main evented a pay-per-view. And then I believe this is Deonna Purrazzo's, I think this is probably her second, right? Or third, or her first?
I think her second. I think it's her second one.
So either way, let's just say it's her first for Impact Wrestling. So it was a big historic match for these two women, and they turned it down. Mickie James, if she wasn't before, she definitely is now a true hardcore legend. So or just a legend in general.
Yeah.
But the big deal reason why we're doing this is because freaking for history, bro. History is being made.
Yeah.
I'm about to make some cheesecake right now. But anyways, Mickie James, the current Impact Women's Champion or Impact Knockouts Champion, is going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Ooh,
that's mind blowing. blowing me. Oh my god,
You
just
can't
blow
even
me.
talk, bro. You
I
can't even
can't
talk.
talk.
Mind blowing,
Mind blown.
historical, never thought would happen kind of thing. Like a current
Right.
Impact champion on a WWE main event pay-per-view show.
She is the second person to be signed with Impact Wrestling and make an appearance in WWE. The first was RVD.
Well, Ric Flair too.
Oh yeah.
Because remember
Yeah,
they
well
switched.
he was
Remember like
inducted to
Christian,
the Hall of Fame.
yeah, and then Christian in return they had to get Christian to show up on Impact.
Okay.
So third,
Yeah.
but
Oh
still,
yeah. There. Oh, that would make her the fourth. I honestly forgot about that. That was a good
yeah.
call. That was good memory.
But you know why? You know how it happened though?
How?
Like how this happened? So John Laurinaitis called Scott Moore. He's
Right.
like, "Hey, we wanna work with you guys. We want to make a change to the Rumble." And you're like, "I thought there's restrictions. I thought we can't work together." Like, no, that thing is we're not doing that. Doors open. Like what? John Laurinaitis. He's like the head of talent relations. He's like, "Nah, we're open. Yeah, we're opening doors. You know." So it's just like WWE's joined the Forbidden Door, but a different. They're just with
Right.
Impact. But now I'm kind of speaking of that now. Now I'm kind of like because I saw you see the Rumble lineup right now for the
Yeah,
women's.
they spoil it.
No, but
Spoil.
you know what though? I counted it. There's only 18 of them on there. Where's the other
Okay.
12? I'm thinking the other 12 are going to be Impact people.
Ooh.
Because if they could get Mickie, why not? Why not Diana?
Who is the current Knockouts champion?
Yeah, the champion is going to be there. Why not get Rosemary on there? Get you know people they know.
Diana.
Obviously, Jordan
Right.
Grace. Well, whoever doesn't have beef with WWE, like Diana doesn't like WWE because they fired her, so she's kind of has beef with them.
Right.
Roxy might show up. Who knows? She's still Ring of Honor champion. They could go whatever they want right now. Who knows? WWE could be like, "Hey, Ring of Honor, what's up?" I know you guys are not in business until April, but can we get
And
some of your wrestlers?
half of their main star is from Ring of Honor.
Yeah. So you imagine that? Imagine they get Lady Frost. They get no. Well, Lady Frost is NWA, right? Is she still NWA? No, because she can't work with Impact because they're not working together. Well, NWA and Impact are working together, but Impact is not working with.
Everybody could work with everybody now.
Yeah,
It's happening.
yeah. But I don't think it's. This is like the not the further. What about the men's side too?
That's yeah. So I kind of let's before we talk about that, let's talk about Mickie James.
Oh, yeah.
What I want to know is multiple things. Like me personally,
Yeah.
before obviously we found out the day of, right? When she was gonna be part of the Royal Rumble.
Like the
on
right
on
before
hard
the.
on Hard to Kill. So Saturday, that's when they announced it, right?
Mhm.
So my thing was she always supposed to main event the show? Because personally, I feel like if I was in charge of the hey, who should be what card should be what, like what match lineup, whatever, I would have put Mickie James as the main event. Because of the story and then the fact that it's like a Texas death match, and it's Dallas. Like, why would you not want to, have that as your main event?
Yeah.
And also, so like when they announced she was gonna be part of the she was gonna be part of the Royal Rumble, did they switch it? Was she always the original plan was for her to main event the Hard to Kill pay-per-view, or since like they're like, oh, WWE mentioned Mickie James, she's going to be part of the Royal Rumble. It was like, is that when they changed it? I want to know what was going on with that and that part. And I'm glad that WWE is mentioning Mickie James as Impact's champion. There's a lot of talk going around saying that WWE posing posting Mickie James and tagging TNA and Mickie James and announcing like she's Impact's Women's Champion. They did so much for Impact with just that one post than AEW ever did for Impact in 1 year. And honestly, I kind of I don't want to really agree. It really depends on how you look at it.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I don't get like a lot of wrestling fans, right?
Right.
If AEW did that, it's like amazing. But WWE does that, are they considered like they're just trying to like mooch off Impact? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's like weird how like fans are like if AEW works at Impact, it's like, oh yeah, you're helping them. And if WWE works with Impact, it's like, oh, are you gonna buy them out today or something? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Impact. I mean WWE to buy out Impact.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be like it's like bias. Like, oh, if AEW works with Impact, it's elevating their brand. But if WWE works with Impact, it's gonna be like, oh, WWE's just scoping out if they could afford it, if they want to buy the company. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't say buy the company, but maybe to like work something out. Like, why can Impact be its own? Like that could be their version of NXT. Like where it's like, hey, you're not happy here. All right, well, you could go to Impact Wrestling for a bit, and then once your time is up, come back to the main roster kind of deal. But no, because it's like, I keep saying that Impact is great. It may not give you everything that you want, but stop looking at it stop comparing it to WWE. Stop comparing it to AEW, Ring of Honor. Just look at it as Impact Wrestling, and you will enjoy it. So it's as simple as that. There's times where when I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, sometimes it's too much for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just too much, but I don't hate on it. I just watch the wrestlers where I'm like, I know I'm gonna get a great match when I watch them. So I just watch their matches. I don't watch everything else.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Young Bucks. It's like, they're spot monkeys, but I love what they do in the ring. Not only do they do a lot of spots, but they still tell a story in the ring. There's some wrestlers where it's just like, okay, bump me, do this, do that, do this, do that. Like, it's just like, what? Like, I just dropped you on your head, and you're just gonna kick out on one, and then freaking do a backflip after all that. Like, doesn't make sense. But
it doesn't. Yeah.
But anyways, back to Mickie James. Do you think? How do you think WWE's gonna book her? Do you think they're just gonna be like, here's just a big name that's coming back to the Rumble, or do you honestly have a feeling that Mickie James could win it?
I think she'll just make an appearance, but I know for sure she's gonna bring the title with her. She's gonna walk down the ramp with the belt.
Yeah. See, if she's gonna be there, let's just say if she comes in as number 1 or 3 or whatever, like the beginning numbers, I and last till the 30th, I feel like she should come out. But if she's gonna be like, hey, I'm here for 5 minutes, don't come out with the title.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't do her bogus. Like I said, I don't expect her to win, but as long as she's in the ring for a long time.
Yeah. Well, the thing with these contracts are like when they agree to something like, hey, we got at least make her like survive to like this amount. They're not gonna be like, no, she's not gonna be like in the ring and then 30 seconds later she's like one clothesline she's out.
Right.
Like they would want to like at least make her look good. I'm like, if you want her, you could have her. Just make her look good for like 10 minutes and then kick her out.
Yeah.
They should do that.
Have her be eliminated by like one of your top females.
Yeah.
Don't have her lose to somebody where it's like you barely use them.
Yeah, because if I'm Scott D'Amore, like I would be like, okay, you could have her, but the only way I would agree to this is if you even give her a shot, like like you said, like one of the top guys, like ladies, if she comes out at number 6 or something, right? Like she make her last till until number 17 comes out or 18 or 19, a little bit,
I will have her last all the way till the final woman because it's like she's the knockouts champion.
Yeah.
You know, you called for her. She didn't call WWE.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's like, come on. But hey, man, screw all that. I will have Mickie James. If it was my call, you know what I would have pitched if I was Scott D'Amore? I would have been like, shoot, I got a storyline for you, boy. You have Mickie James win. She comes in, she shows up as number 1, number 2, number 3. I don't care. She's coming out with the knockouts title, and then she's gonna win the what's it called, the women's Royal Rumble. You have her face Charlotte Flair, Becky. I don't care. I probably would have if I'm talking to Vince, I probably would have mentioned Charlotte Flair's, so that way he could be like, okay, I'm listening. And then there's your main event right there for WrestleMania Night 1. Charlotte Flair defending the women's title against Impact Knockouts champion Mickie James.
Oh.
Boom, money.
Yeah.
And then I want to be like, please, Vince.
No, it's John Laurinaitis though. Vince, I think.
But I'm saying, like, if I had the opportunity, if I was Scott D'Amore and the opportunity to like speak with Vince, that's what I would go with. Now, if it's John, then I would have been like, yeah, maybe Becky, because I feel like that would be better. Becky or Charlotte Flair. But to Vince, straight up, I want to be like, Charlotte, I would have kissed his ass. Like, yeah. So and then obviously you could have Charlotte Flair go over.
So my question is, do you think she would be the only one from Impact or Ring of Honor, like the people that showed up Ring of Honor, she'd be the only one that shows up at the Women's Rumble? Because I only counted 18 last time I checked, or 20, 18 to 20 something. I didn't see. Obviously, they got to keep some surprises too. They can't just be like, "Hey, yeah," because they gave up Summer Rae, Kelly, the Bellas, who else? Mickie James. Who else?
Well, the Bella Twins.
Kelly, Summer Rae, Mickie James. Who else was there?
And then a lot of current stars.
Yeah. Oh, Lita.
Oh yeah, that's right, Lita.
But no Trish Stratus, no Tori Wilson.
Trish Stratus will probably be a surprise. But if you're asking me about the Impact Women's, see, that one's tough. That one's tough because wouldn't you have them on that graphic, on the video package?
I wouldn't make them come out.
Would you? I'm not arguing with that. Like Jordynne Grace and Rosemary, they're the only twos that will make me be like, yeah, they have to be a surprise, because Jordynne Grace, based on how she looks, bro, amazing. That's gonna open people that don't know Impact Wrestling. That's gonna open a lot of eyes on people. People's eyes. Open their eyes wide. That's what she said. And people are gonna be impressed how she looks. Rosemary, people are gonna be like, whoa, what the hell is that? What's that creepy thing? And Jessica Havoc, right? That's her name, Jessica Havoc.
Yeah, Havoc, yeah.
So or Havoc. Yeah, those three, I would say, like, I will have them as a surprise. Everybody else, I feel like you should just, put them out there. But yeah, I don't know. I'll be happy. I'll be surprised if I see a TNA knockout showing up for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Now I have a question for you too, because you're more of the Impact guy. I watch it here and there, and I watch them. We've been a Bond for Glory together.
Even though Hard to Kill, I barely watched it. I have work.
Yeah.
I was only able to watch it when I went to the bathroom.
So my question is, like, there's a trade-off, right?
Okay.
What do you think Impact would want to return? Because they're not just going to do it. Obviously, they want publicity, but they're not dumb. Oh, maybe, but they're not dumb. But what would they want in return? You think they'll get? You think they would want AJ Styles to come out and be inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame or something? Slammiversary for that?
No. Well, the thing is with that, it's possible. But the inductee, the Hall of Fame is on Bound for Glory. AJ to be inducted to the Impact Hall of Fame, that'd be pretty dope. I think he was asked to be inducted
last year.
No, it was in 2013 or no 14. 2014 and 15, they asked him to be inducted. I mean, like, I feel like why not? If AJ's obviously the only person who knows, but if you're done, if you're gonna retire, once your WWE contract is done, and you're literally gonna retire, you're not gonna wrestle anywhere else. I'm like, why not be inducted to the TNA Hall of Fame then?
Yeah.
But me personally, I would love him to go back and just have a couple matches, just the big ones. Hard to Kill now, and then what's it called? Slammiversary and Bound for Glory, and Wrestle One Rebellion. Rebellion is I want to say is their big pay-per-view, but I mean, can you say it's their big pay-per-view?
Well, every pay-per-view is big, only if you have like 4 or 5 a year, you know? Like every pay-per-view.
Well, no, because they have specials.
So
you wouldn't know that because you're not a Impact Plus Premier.
Remember?
You want to freaking know that.
But so you think the trade-off would be that AJ Styles would just come for like a match, like how he's doing at NXT right now? Like he just shows up to face Grayson Waller for a couple matches and he goes back to Raw.
I mean, then he would have to go and join the Good Brothers and he would have to be a heel. And I mean, that would be cool, but there's nobody there. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to see AJ Styles. There's a lot of guys I would love to see him wrestle, but there's no storyline where I'll be like, oh yeah, bring AJ Styles, team up with the Good Brothers to face. There's nobody. The only group I could think of is Violence by Design, but they're heels, so that won't work. But trade off besides AJ Styles, I mean, just I don't understand why Impact wrestlers can't just show up to invade WWE. Moose, I believe he went on Twitter and challenged Roman Reigns, champion for champion, WrestleMania.
Ooh,
if we're gonna talk about if other Impact wrestlers gonna show up to the Royal Rumble, I would definitely have Moose. I'll have Moose show up for the Royal Rumble match and then have him show up the next night on Raw and be like, hey, I'm here, open challenge. Anybody who wants to face me for the Impact World title at WrestleMania. I'll have somebody like Randy Orton or hell, even John Cena showing up. That would help Impact Wrestling a lot. I just hope they get a new title because I hate the current title. It's all right. Yeah.
It's too like somebody made it.
It's not bad. It's just when you look back and compare it to the other ones, you'll be like, why they changed it?
The one with the wings, right? The one with the wings that Kurt Angle had? That one was legit.
That one was dope. But I like the one that was from like 2000 and the one that's 2000 and what was it? 2012? No, 11 to like 2015 or it looked like the UFC title.
Oh, okay.
And it had like TNA on it. That one was pretty dope. But yeah, the one with the eagle, that's like a world title right there.
Yeah.
Like that's like I would compare that one to the world heavyweight title.
Yeah.
And then the TNA, the one that looked like the MMA, the UFC title, I would compare that one to like the WWE's Attitude title. And the current TNA Impact Wrestling title, like I would compare it to like an ECW title.
Yeah.
So that's like a big downgrade.
Yeah.
So on their title, but I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's just comparing to the other titles they had. It's like it's pretty bad when you compare it to those titles.
Yeah. So I have a question too.
You have more than two.
Oh yeah. No, because this is just like we're just opening doors now. Like now we're just like, what's the possibilities out there, right? You think this was in place while Impact was working with AEW? Because for some reason, why did Impact end it? Like they probably WWE's like, hey, if you decide to end with AEW, well, I don't know, because you said no, that couldn't work. that wouldn't work because John Laurinaitis reached out to Mickie to Scott them more about Mickie James.
Yeah.
But you think there was something in because it doesn't happen overnight. It's not gonna be like, hey guys, tomorrow.
From what it looks like, it looks like it did.
Yeah, just showed up like, hey, we want Mickie James. Like, who is this? This is John Laurinaitis of WWE. Is this Scott D'Amore? Like, I think you guys didn't want to work with anyone. Like, no, that's that policy. We're not. That policy is over.
You
We
know
can
what?
do that.
Let me now. Do you know if it? Okay, so you just said it, and I heard the rumors too that the Forbidden Door is not there anymore, or it's open. Is it just open to Impact Wrestling?
No, actually, I found out that WWE reached out to AEW because they want to. Obviously, WWE's like documentaries and all that. They have all these documentaries. I'll probably watch a few tonight. They want to do a documentary on obviously people that work with them for them before. Like Christian, Chris Jericho, Moxley.
So
They want to do
basically former WWE guys.
yeah, former WWE, pretty much the whole roster at this point. Not like half, like 20% of the
You're
roster.
not wrong there.
Yeah. Let's see. If I could on one hand, probably like maybe I need like all fingers and toes for that. But yeah, I mean they would want to like have obviously not everybody. Some people are like, oh, okay, you wrestled for a year there. Good luck. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Right.
But I'm talking about like Chris Jericho, Moxley, Christian, maybe Adam Cole, but Adam Cole was there. Maybe Adam Cole. I don't think the other like some people would be like, oh, okay, you wrestled at NXT for 2 matches and you're in AEW now. Okay, whatever. We don't need you. But like the bigger names, like the guys, like and some of the ladies from from the ladies side, well, who do you think WWE should reach out from the women's division of AEW? Nobody, right? Because Ruby was like, she's not a legend. She never won a championship, and she never became women's champion or in WWE. We're just talking about guys that like they should be Hall of Famers if they stay in WWE.
All those people.
Big Show.
I mean, like I said, if we're talking about just straight up like WWE legends, yeah, why not? If you're talking about like Ruby Soul, who was like she was miserable, why would she go back?
I mean, not just for documentary, like not even for a documentary, because like, oh well,
yeah,
you did.
No, I feel like why bother?
Yeah, but for like Chris Jericho and stuff, you're like, yeah, we want.
I mean, Chris Jericho already showed up for the Broken Skulls session.
Yeah, so that's like the next thing. So WWE probably be like, we want your wrestler for this show, and with AEW, they're like, we want to use one of our old guys for documentary, like the life and times of Chris Jericho or whatever.
So I looked into it. So it was announced on SmackDown how the graphic showed Mickie James on that she was going to be part of the Royal Rumble. This is the part I thought was like a mistake, because I saw the tweet that Scott D'Amore wrote. It wrote, well, congrats to Impact Knockout World Champion Mickie James. Congrats to WWE for finally walking through the Forbidden Door. Welcome to the party. See you at Hard to Kill tomorrow at Fight TV. I thought that was a joke. Because come on, let's be honest. If you would have saw that, you would have thought that was a joke.
Yeah, you're like, oh, come on. He doesn't want some free publicity.
If you're watching SmackDown and you see Mickie James and she's in Impact Wrestling, you're going to be like, this has to be a mistake.
Yeah.
Right? And then you see that tweet and then you're like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
And then you see WWE posting a photo of Mickie James, and then you're like, oh damn, it is real.
Yeah. So, I would have been like, wait a minute.
Yeah. My thing is she better come out with that hardcore country. Hardcore country. Do. Hold on. My dog's looking at me. What do you want? Ain't got food. Oh, my dog is crying. It's okay. Yeah, why are you crying? Anyways, sorry about that.
It's all
right. What were we talking about?
Are you talking about Mickie James?
Mickie James, right. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Forbidden Door. So do you agree with me with the whole Mickie James Because even though it's my fantasy booking for her to win it and then go on and face Charlotte Flair, is that something that you would agree with me?
I don't know because it seems it's WWE still. Like I like the WWE, but like at the same time you're like they're WWE. You know, they might just eliminate her right away. You know, it's like oh thanks
Yeah.
for showing
No,
up.
no, I know, no. I'm just saying for my storyline. Do you feel like is that something you would agree with me, or
Oh
would you
yeah, I would
just
watch. I'll be like,
you
come
would watch
on,
it?
come on, bring Moose too,
Yeah.
bring Trey Miguel. Oh my God, I just thought about that. He could reunite with MSK for one match against
Ooh.
Imperium. Like Matt Riddle
True.
gets injured. Like,
Oh,
oh,
but
he
they
got
won,
injured.
didn't they?
Yeah, but like you know what I mean? Like just kind of like one
Yeah.
match and then they
Trey
face
Miguel just shows up.
like out of the Phantasma or something. Like, hey, we need
Man,
Trey,
whatever happened to him?
they're still around. They're just like, they got,
I
I
would
don't know,
see I would see him like every week. Now it's like, is he even still there?
yeah. But you know what I mean, though? That'd be kind of cool, like a one
Yeah.
night match, like one night only. Trey Miguel is joining the former Rascals in a 3-on-3 match or something,
You know who should else come back?
Oh,
Woo woo woo. You
yeah,
know it.
yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna happen where, like, if they do with Mickey James, like, Rhino's gonna be like, "Hey, Rhino, you want to come? You want to show up?" Heath Slater, Rhino, Zack
I'm a
Ryder,
one
Matt
man
Cardona. I
band.
don't think Jonah would because he left on, he was talking smack when he
Yeah.
left.
He got
But who
fired pretty
knows?
badly.
Yeah,
Josh Alexander would be dope.
yeah. But if they're all professionals, they'll be like, yeah, you know what,
Eddie
you know that,
Edwards should show up.
yeah. But you know what I mean though? Like if you're look, they did Mickey James more bogus than Jonah. They released them. Okay, sorry, but they released
Well,
her, and
no,
then
they
she got a
released. Yeah, they did make a James Bogue. No, they didn't do it. It was the other weird dude,
no, yeah.
the
But no,
producer
I mean I'm talking
guy,
about like they released her, but the Dirty the producer Matt was Mark Carina or
the guy
something.
with the big eyes.
Yeah, he's the one that sent her the trash bag. But yet she forgave him enough. She was professional enough to now be on a Royal Rumble. So I'm saying
Mhm.
like everybody else that like felt like they were treated bogus. Like, well, I don't know. I mean, you
I
gotta
mean,
sometimes.
Jonah. I personally, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, I'm not the one who got fired,
Yeah,
but he went and did a tryout of to be in the main roster, and Vince didn't like him, and
yeah,
basically said, "Well, if the gold, if the people who are NXT, if their goal is not to go to the main roster, and that's where if we got to this point, why have them at all?"
yeah. Because it's
So
supposed to be
that's why
developmental.
yeah. So it's like, why release them then? If I can't
Yeah,
make money with you here in the main roster, why are you going to go back to NXT then?
yeah.
So it's like, no. So that's why he released them.
Yeah, it's like any company. Like if you're like a level one person at your job and they want to see like, oh, you know what? Let's see if you could be a level 2 or 3 or 4. And you're like, you know what? I don't think I'll cut out the job. And like we might just, like it's just corporate America. It's just jobs, corporate
Right.
America. It's like if you're not good enough for this position, like why should we keep you? And then if they need to fire somebody, well, there you go.
And
That's the
it's
first
funny
person to
because
go.
it's like, why it's funny. Yeah, it's messed up that he got fired. It sucks. But at the same time, it's like, why do you act like you're the only person who got fired?
Yeah, they fired
Brock,
like 90 people already, like in
right.
1 year.
And how many people have quit the company and ended up coming back? Drew McIntyre was released, and
Yeah,
look at him now.
yeah.
So
Just hone your craft somewhere else. Like any wrestler,
right.
I'm not just on him alone. It's just any wrestler. Like just leave on a good enough terms where, like, I mean, if you don't want to come back ever, that's fine. But always leave
You
that
gotta
door
have
open.
a time frame where it's like, okay, the next 2 or 3 years, I know I don't want to go back to WWE, even if they ask me to go back, then go ahead, talk crap, go ahead, do a shoot video. But if WWE starts knocking on your door, don't ain't no point in talking crap.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to hear shoot videos and stuff.
yeah. And those
But
are the older guys that are like no longer wrestling. Oh, okay, I'm retired. But then next thing you know, they talk crap and they're on WWE the next week. They show up as a guest
but
appearance. Like, okay,
they
yeah,
admit it.
yeah,
The thing with the old school wrestlers, like, I went there because of a paycheck. I'm not
yeah,
stupid. You know, there's some guys where it's like, no, I will never go back regardless of the money. You know, Scott Steiner, he said it for many years that he's turned down, I think 2 or 3 times to be inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
So, because he's like, I don't really care for it, but I'm pretty sure eventually he'll do it.
Well, now with his nephew being the NXT champion and his brother showed up on NXT too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like within this year or next year, I think Scott Steiner is gonna be like, all right, screw it, let's do it, let's get it out of the way.
They made my nephew a champion. Like, oh yeah, let's just do it. And then Rick Steiner was there, so I'm like, but yeah, so it's crazy how like I never thought I would see this moment like ever.
Oh like yeah, it's crazy. Imagine how I feel. I'm actually an Impact Wrestling fan. I always defend it.
Yeah. So what do you think outside of this, do you think they'll work together again, or is it gonna just be like the Rumble and then like you say you would want it to be a Raw WrestleMania time
hell yeah
storyline, but so
Mickie James versus Charlotte Flair for the women's title. Hell, title for title. There. Ooh. That way Charlotte could win and she could be champion for both companies. There you go.
And do you think they'll work with other companies? Because they already did. Like people say they never work with anybody, but they work with some British promotions. In the past, they worked with New Japan. They worked with like all these companies in the past. Remember when they worked with ECW?
Here's the thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Not really. But all right, let's just take Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Impact Wrestling has their own network. It's not a popular one, but they have their own network. They have Impact Plus, which is their version of the WWE network. They have a way bigger library than any other indie company. So yes, are there good wrestlers? But we're talking about WWE. We're not talking about okay. Look at AEW signing or either contracts or just having them show up. They have so many people, and then there's some of them I'm just like, who the hell are they?
Yeah.
You know, if they like, that's why I miss PWG, because if they're not in PWG, to me, it's like not all that, or at least AAW, you know. So it's like if you're not in those two shows, I'm like, I don't know who you are. I don't really care for you. No offense. Because and now we have Warrior Wrestling, so now it's like now we have 3 companies. If you're on these 3 shows, then okay, I'll pay attention to you more. Yeah. Other than that, there's just way too many.
Yeah.
And then AEW, AEW has its own thing. Should they work with WWE? Should WWE work with AEW? Of course. But with Impact is the only one that makes sense. Everybody's worked with Impact. PWG worked with Impact back in 2003. Wow. Then you have NWA multiple times. NWA helped TNA off the ground. And, and you had AEW, which was, I think all they had was Kenny Omega trying to help out. But, if they would have had more wrestlers showing up, I feel like it would have been better.
And Matt Hardy, Private Party.
I think it was like 1 or 2 matches.
And then Thunder Rosa, but she was at NWA. Yeah. Then went to Impact for that one show. Then she went to
Christian Cage. I feel like Christian Cage should have signed with Impact Wrestling, to be honest.
Yeah, now he's with the Lucha, the dinosaur people.
Lucha. Jurassic Express.
Yeah, Jurassic
Look at you now messing up their names.
Luchasaurus. Whatever.
Luchasaurus is the wrestler, but Jurassic Express is their team name, right?
And they're gonna get rid of I think I heard that they're gonna not re-sign Marco Stunt, so he's gonna be out probably.
That's a bummer. Yeah. What happened to Miro?
I don't know. I hear like they circulate their roster around so everybody stays fresh, but that doesn't make sense if you're like trying to be a champion, because then you'd be gone for 2 months, and then you come back and you're, hey, I want a championship. Like, what? Where were you for 2 months? Right. So it doesn't make sense to me.
And then Cody's out, and then Sammy's the interim TNT champion, which it was like
What was the point of that?
Why was the whole point of Cody even winning the title? Why do you need to have a temporary champion? I don't understand that. I really do not. So then what? Cody comes back and buries Sammy again and be like, "Oh, I'm the undisputed TNT champion," which is like, no, he's just your replacement.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't you just vacate the title then?
Yeah.
Like, it does not make sense. But then it's like, you know what? Whatever. Because if you vacate the title and Sammy wins the title, then guess what? Cody's gonna win the title back and he's gonna become the 4-time champion. Just because he's a freaking host at the big show.
The big show, yeah.
The big show, whatever.
Yeah.
It's oh my gosh, Cody's
it's ridiculous.
So he's in his own ego. I swear. I love Cody, but AEW's version of Cody is just what the hell, dude. I don't know why you think you're all that. Like, I miss the Ring of Honor Cody Rhodes, the Bullet Club Cody Rhodes. AEW's version is like, what the hell is this crap?
Yeah, that's true. Man.
Jeez. But anyways, congrats to Mickie James.
Yes.
And hopefully she wins the Royal Rumble and goes on and face Charlotte Flair, my future wife, my future ex-wife, because she's gonna leave me after 2 months. So.
Wow.
Hey, you're gonna laugh at that? I hurt my feelings.
Bogus. No, like you say, like she's gonna leave you like after 2 months. Like Jesus Christ. Like, what she doing that with Andrade too or something? I'm from Durango too. You know that, right?
I'm from there too, fool.
I know, that's why she likes Duranguenses.
Hey, she likes the big D. Well, mine's lowercase d. No. Sometimes it's capitalized on a good day, not in the wintertime. Anyways, this took a turn.
Yeah.
But did we talk in the other? No, we didn't. Oh, so Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship, man. Finally, the dream match that we've been wanting to see for 3 or 4 years now.
More. I think when Bobby Lashley first showed up.
I mean, yeah, because obviously when we first seen Bobby Lashley, that's always been a dream match. But it was like it was always that it's never gonna happen. It's always gonna be a dream match. But once he came back to WWE, it's like, okay, now it could really happen. So how long do you think that match is gonna last?
I don't know. Hopefully it's not like a 3 to 4 F5s and it's over. Like, no, we want it to go a little bit,
Yeah, I need at least 5 minutes, 6 minutes with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So
and then the other one is Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. That's a surprise.
Has that been announced yet?
Yeah.
It is. That's pretty. Yeah. That's funny how Seth Rollins just shows up and then he just starts laughing at Roman Reigns. I was like, that's one way to build a storyline.
Yeah. And then outside of that,
so we got the women's and the men's Royal Rumble. And then we got the Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the Universal title. And then Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley.
That's pretty good lineup, though. No lie. That's a lot. Just like that. I mean, obviously they would. Hopefully they add another championship, another match in there.
I'm pretty sure Becky's gonna defend the women's title, possibly Charlotte. I'm pretty sure it's St. Louis, so I'm pretty sure Randy Orton's gonna be defending the Raw Tag Team titles. Is Royal Rumble 3 or 4 hour shows?
I think it's 3. It's not. It's 4. It's usually 4. They go 4 now, I think.
I mean, lately it's been. I don't recall how long the last year was.
I don't know. I gotta check it out. But Charlotte's in the Rumble though, so I'm trying to see like.
Is she? Ain't she women's champion?
Yeah, that's why I was like, why is she in the women's? She's already a champion. So I think, yeah, you're right. I think whoever wins the Rumble wins the championship from Charlotte. Well, that'd be kind of cool. But then Becky has her separate match. Or just put both titles on the line and combine them. whoever wins the Rumble wins the Unified Women's Championship. You know?
Yeah. Oh
That'd be
yeah. So
crazy.
Becky is defending the Ross title. No.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Royal Rumble for a match. Yeah, no. Charlotte's not in it.
No? Okay, I
Oh,
thought she was.
she is in it. Is
Yeah,
she not women's champion?
she is women's champion. That's what I was saying. Like they might make it like whoever wins this match becomes champion.
No,
So
it's not. The winner will face the women's champion.
so why is a woman's champion in the match? It doesn't make sense. So she doesn't defend it and she wins?
I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
Brock Lesnar did it.
It's true.
He did it. I mean, what if there has to be a reason?
Yeah.
There has to be
I'm
a reason.
I'm thinking like whoever if Charlotte doesn't win, the winner faces her at WrestleMania. Because she has nobody, because Tony Storm was her only competitor. And then Sasha's out because of it. She injured her
Yeah.
leg. So who's
I
left?
mean, she's out for like 6 to 8 weeks. Is that
Yeah.
passing WrestleMania?
No, it's right before WrestleMania. But for in the meantime, what are you gonna do in the Rumble? What are you gonna do? So like, hey, just put her in a match. She has nobody because Tony Storm left. Sasha's injured. Who's
I
left?
mean, yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's not like Charlotte's gonna win. I'll be
Yeah,
surprised if she does.
she would like a Brock Lesnar. She would just get like kicked
Yeah,
out by like the next contender, and then like, oh, it's her. She's gonna show up on.
Jordan Grace.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, who's on SmackDown? Like besides Shotzi Blackheart,
Uh,
I could Naomi. That could be a good one. Naomi.
She needs another run at the women's
They
title.
need to like they probably gonna call somebody up to the main roster because at this point,
Or
like,
you know what? Charlotte could just be in it to have somebody like maybe Trish. Oh no, she already faced Trish Stratus. Probably faced Lita. You know,
ooh, yeah.
I know we already seen this match before, but I'm just saying it because of their legacy and the family legacy. I would love to see Charlotte Flair versus Natalia at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Where's Natalia? Is she on Raw or SmackDown?
I have no idea. Is she a baby face or a heel? Is she still teaming up with Tad? Oh my gosh. What's her name?
Tamina.
Tamia? Are they still a tag team?
I don't know. I
Jeez.
look into that.
So
I don't know.
much going on.
Yeah, it's like so much wrestling going on, and we're like, sometimes we're like, what's going on? And then we're like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, you would have to. I mean, you gotta bring probably Shotzi, or you gotta get somebody from from NXT, to be contending her. But yeah, in the meantime, I guess she's not facing anyone particular. Who knows?
Oh, you know what? For the apparently this year's Royal Rumble, the winner for the men's side, I hope it's not true
Mhm.
because there's like nobody there.
It's released.
No, the winner of the Royal Rumble apparently is gonna face the NXT champion.
What?
Yeah, apparently that's the rumor. Yeah, it kind of sucks because
So that's the
apparently it's gonna be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
unified title.
No,
Or
apparently it's gonna be champion versus champion.
okay, so not a championship match. It's just gonna be like
No,
here. Um,
which is kind of stupid because that's like a Survivor Series thing.
yeah.
You're
At
better
this
off
point,
unifying the titles.
yeah, unify them and then like obviously because like you said the roster dwindled a lot, so just combine the belts. Like, well, you might have to show up on two shows, bro. you know, the SmackDown too. You might as well get
Yeah,
Charlotte and Becky just to unify them. Like, just
true.
unify all the titles at this point. Like United States and Intercontinental, just
You
unify them.
release so many people where it's like there is no point of having multiple titles.
Yeah, now like if they only have like let's say they have 30 people per roster, right? It looks like they do actually. Because it's like 30, 40 on SmackDown, 30, 40 Raw, and then 30, 40 NXT, and then 30, 40 UK, and then
Right.
the other ones are like 205 live in that. So like just say you have 4 championships, each show, pretty much one in every four people have a championship match on SmackDown and Raw. 1 in 4. Before it was like
Well,
1 in 30 or
Shinsuke
something.
Nakamura hasn't even defended the title in a while.
Yeah. So see, that's why I should say just unify it. unify the Universal and the WWE, unify the women's, unify the Intercontinental in the United States, unify the tag team, and then you have more people
Right.
to. But you
I
might have
would.
to.
I wouldn't say they had to unify the title, but I feel like if you use your mid card titles and make it look like it's like the second prestige title instead of just like just a title for you to hold or a mid card champion, if you actually had it as like, okay, you need to prove to me that you're worthy to even hold this mid card title, like the IC title and the United States title, for you to even become WWE champion.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
haven't done that in a while. Like it used
it's
to
been
be like,
years.
yeah, if you've been the United States champion or the Intercontinental, you were pretty much like the next in line to be champion. But
Right.
now it's like, oh, okay, you just
Or at
have the
least
belt.
a title shot in the
Yeah,
future.
now it's like, here you go, good luck. Oh
Yep.
yeah, just stay champion for 6 months. Nobody's gonna don't even be consideration. I like to see Roman Reigns versus Nakamura. That'd be legit.
Yeah.
Let him fight it out. And then on Raw, Brock Lesnar versus who's a United States champion?
Uh Damian Priest.
That would be a good match too. Obviously, don't make it a squash match, but
Yeah.
like, or they just call people up now. Like, you know what? You might have to like, because they say NXT every 6 months they're gonna evaluate their talent. Like you said before, with NXT, like if you get a tryout match on NXT on SmackDown or Raw, and you're not improving after you've been there for like 2-3 years, like what's the, you
So
know what I mean?
basically they don't see anything for you. They're just gonna release you.
Yeah, yeah. Like Champa and Dunn had a match on SmackDown, like a dark match. So hopefully they did good.
Pretty sure it's just more like, can we use you?
Yeah.
So but yeah, I really hope but for the women's
Hmm.
Royal Rumble, who do you think is gonna win?
I don't know anymore, man, because I thought I thought I knew who was gonna win, but now like all these like the Bellas came back, Kelly, Summer Rae, Mickey James,
Who
Lita.
would you like to see to win?
I would like someone who needs it right now a lot is Rhea Ripley.
Rhea
It
Ripley.
feels like she was champion and then she got kind of lost in the tag team shuffle.
Right.
Now she's like in a you know what I mean? Now it's kind of like she was there. She was
And then
NXT UK, NXT,
yeah,
and then WWE became a champion. She was the hottest stuff out there. Now she's like regulated to like,
I
tag
like
team
that
matches.
because then we could get a rematch with her and Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And also
Yeah.
because it looks like she'd be one of those people like Tony Storm. She'll just say like screw it. I
Right.
don't want to, so I want her like at least they give her a little bit of a, even if she makes it to the top, even if she doesn't win, at least make it to the top three, or four.
Right.
Make her still be like that competitor that, because she'll be like, you know what, I don't need this. I'm still young. She's only like 20, what, 23, 24, 25 years old. She's really young. So she'd be like, you know what, am I wasting my time here? What, she'll get frustrated enough. She'll probably leave too. I'm like, ooh, so she needs it. How about you?
Unless she understands the business,
Yeah.
but I like the Real Ripley because, like I said, I would have a rematch
Hmm.
instead of the NXT title because Charlotte's challenged her for the NXT title. So it'd be cool if Rhea Ripley challenged Charlotte for the
Hmm.
SmackDown title because at least that way she goes to SmackDown. So that'd be pretty cool. But obviously, I got to go with Mickie James, even though I know for a fact she ain't gonna win. But you know that
Have
fantasy
hope.
booking, that hope.
Yeah.
But for the men's, damn, I gotta say AJ Styles. I
Okay.
gotta go with AJ Styles because he needs it. I would love to see him wrestle, Brock Lesnar again. I wouldn't mind him challenging Roman Reigns. So
Okay.
but I also would like to see Edge win it because I would like to see
Ooh.
Edge versus Brock Lesnar. Oh, that's the other match. Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Miz and Maurice.
Yeah.
That's the other match. But anyways, Randy Orton's from St. Louis, and
Yeah. He's gonna fight for sure.
if he's in the Rumble, I feel like it'll be pretty cool for him to win. Because I feel like he'll win it just because he's it's his hometown, and he'll be the third person to win 3, or the second person to win 3 Royal Rumbles, and tie with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And what a way to do it on his hometown.
But it's usually historically where the hometown guy gets destroyed in his hometown for some reason.
That's on Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
But no, like that'd be history, man. And also for him to face Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns, that'd be pretty dope. So
that'd be really dope.
Yeah.
Any surprise entries you think? Because the men's, they won't spoil the men's one for sure. Moose,
Eddie Edwards,
mm-hmm.
Adam Cole, baby.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Orange Cassidy.
Nope.
Christian Cage.
No.
Chris Jericho.
Maybe, who knows?
Darlene Evans.
No.
Sting. No.
Rhino, I could see that.
Johnny Mundo.
No. His wife would be like, "No, don't go there. I'm leaving you." Heath Slater, Matt Cardona, Enzo.
Matt Cardona. What's his name? Brian Myers. What was his name? And WWE.
Brian Myers.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins. Yeah. Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Angle.
Ooh.
Happy Corbin. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Coming back from his neck injury, winning the Royal Rumble to face Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. Rematch. There's a lot of rematches. It's funny.
Anybody for Ring of Honor?
Everybody. I just realized the people that I would love to see win the Royal Rumble is going to be all rematches, except, it's all rematches because Edge and Brock Lesnar, they faced each other back many years ago.
Yeah, so nobody remembers that though. That's the question. People are gonna be like, "That happened?" Like, yeah, dude, where were you? I don't know. I was like 2 years old.
Me or that person you're trying
that person.
Because I was like, I was not 2 years old.
No, I mean, like that person be like, I was 2 years old when that match happened in 2002. Like, wow.
Was it 2002? No, it was like.
No, I mean, you know what I mean, though, right? Like 3, 4, but still, if you were like born in 2005, you weren't even born when that match happened. Like, oh, I'm a.
Happened in 2003.
Oh, okay.
So that person was born in 2005.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know the match. So like, hey, you're watching wrestling since you were like 1 year old.
That was a good match.
Yeah.
It went like 20. I think it was Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman versus Edge for the WWE title.
Wow.
So, all right. Before we end this episode ever, please let the listeners hear your sexy voice about the merch.
All right, listeners, before we leave, please go check out our merch store on teespring.com. Search for New Entry Wrestling Podcast. We got some pretty cool shirts, face masks, and posters. Also follow us on our Instagram at New Entry Wrestling Pod and our YouTube channel at New Entry Wrestling Podcast. Like and subscribe. Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to ask you. Who do you want to win the Royal Rumbles match for the males?
The men? Yeah. I would like to see King Woods.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Okay. Take us home. Take us home.
All right, listeners. This will be it for this episode. I'm Ever, and this is Ian.
And we are out.
Bye, guys.
Doo-doo-doo. Yay!